Today's question is, what does the Bible mean when it tells us to fear not? In this video, I'll answer that question from a biblical perspective. Then afterwards, as always, I'll share some helpful resources, so stick around until the end. The Bible's commands to fear not are plentiful and occur in a variety of contexts. As God's people, we are not to be fearful. We have no reason to live in fear. The Bible often says things like, do not fear, do not be afraid, and fear not. Of course, these commands do not contradict the command to fear God. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 17. The fear of God keeps us from sin. The fear of man leads to sin, and that is what we are to avoid. The fear of man brings a snare. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 25. Also, the biblical command, do not fear, does not negate the need for prudence and caution in this world. We are not to be cavalier, but prayerful in the face of danger. The fear that the Bible tells us to avoid is concern mixed with anxiety or dread. It is the feeling of alarm we have when we expect trouble or danger. Followers of Christ are not to live in a state of anxiety. We have higher expectations than simply anticipating trouble. In fact, we have the means to rise above fear. God gave us the spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. God's command to fear not is applied in several ways in the Bible. For example, the fear of what other people think should never prevent us from obeying the Lord. See 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 24, and John chapter 9, verse 22. We should not fear lacking provision in this world. Luke chapter 12, verses 6 and 7. We are not to fear the plans of the wicked, even when they rise to power. Psalm chapter 37. When the Bible tells us, do not fear, it means we are not to allow anxiety or fretfulness to rule our lives or take root in our hearts. We are not to be people of panic. We are to be people of faith. Having been justified by God, we need not fear divine condemnation. Romans chapter 8, verse 1. Having been chosen by God, we need not fear his rejection. Luke chapter 12, verse 32. With Christ as our shepherd, we need not fear the valley of the shadow of death. Psalm chapter 23, verse 4. With the maker of heaven and earth watching over us, we need not fear anything. Psalm chapter 121. Psalm 91 speaks of the one who dwells in the shelter of the Most High, and who says of God, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Verses 1 and 2. Those who trust in God can live fearlessly. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. Verses 5 and 7. There is a direct correlation between faith and the confidence to face any dangers in life. If you say, the Lord is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you. No disaster will come near your tent. Verses 9 and 10. We rest in God's promise because he loves me, says the Lord. I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. He will call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. Verses 14 and 15. Matthew's account of the resurrection of Christ presents two very different results of that miracle. When the angel descended to the tomb and rolled the stone away, the guards shook with fear when they saw him, and they fell into a dead faint. Matthew chapter 28, verse 4. The angel let them lie there, but later the angel spoke to the women who visited the tomb. Don't be afraid. I know you are looking for Jesus, who was crucified. He isn't here. He is risen from the dead. Verses 5 and 6. With one group, God takes away their fear. With the other group, he allows fear to overwhelm them. The difference was one of belief versus unbelief. Want to learn more? Subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Visit gotquestions.org for more great content, and check out the details section below this video. There's one book I recommend, along with several related questions. If you'd like to learn about Bible Munch, or if you're interested in bite-sized devotionals, subscribe to Bible Munch on YouTube. It's linked right here. Now remember, you got questions? The Bible has answers and we'll help you find them.